I have two stories from my career that makes me laugh, 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 and cringe when I think about them. And I pray that Rich Passanante and Brian Forrester are watching this because they will remember one of them very well. We had this opportunity to speak at a huge event. I mean, I'm talking like probably 400 agents. And it was in Anaheim, California at Keller Williams Family Reunion. And Rich and Brian were insistent that I sit down and I write out what I wanted to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't do that. I wing it. So I'm like, guys, this isn't good for me. Oh no, you got to do it. You got to do it. So I literally wrote out all this stuff. We sat in a hotel room, we practiced it. They were like, you got it. Got up on the stage. It was legit deer in headlight. I look out both of them's mouths like, they could not believe I was horrible. I literally did not know what to say. I did not know what to do. I'm looking out at all the agents in the audience and I'm like, uh, yeah, we're here to do mortgages. It was mortifying. And they both, like I said, mouths dropped open. When I got off the stage, they were like, oh, you did okay. And I knew I did terrible. And I'm like, don't ever make me memorize anything again because that's where my mind goes. That my mind goes to, am I hitting every word? And just, it was terrible, horrible, terrible. Needless to say, neither one of them nor anybody else has asked me to do that again as far as memorization. I'm fine. I just need to wing it. Second most embarrassing time is I would I still do travel for work, and this one time I was traveling to, Fort Lauderdale to teach a class in a market center, and it was literally up and back the same day flight-wise. So, I literally was morning flight, out evening flight. So, I had on a pencil skirt, and I thought I was hot and ready to go for this class. I was feeling really good. Do the class, get out of it. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta hurry up and get to the airport. And I had a rental car, and I'm like, the rental car doesn't have any gas. And I'm yelling at my assistant at the time. It wasn't Michelle, it was Rich. I'm like, I can't believe you booked this so close. And what am I gonna do? He goes, don't worry about the gas. So I said, I got to. So I get to the gas station, I open the door, I step out, my skirt slits all the way up the back. I am literally standing there with my whole butt hanging out, literally, of this skirt, getting gas. I was like, I can't, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I had to buy pajama bottoms, by the way, which was the only thing I could find. This is priceless. I get to Fort Lauderdale Airport and I'm sitting in the car, and the rental car kid comes up to me and he goes, hi, ma'am, how was your day? I said, listen, it's not good. I said, my whole butt is hanging out. So I'm going to walk out here over to that bathroom. And I don't want you to look at me or say a word. And he goes, yes, ma'am. And so I did. I put my briefcase behind my back, covering my butt. And I walked with my totally spread apart pencil skirt and went into the bathroom and changed into pajama pants. Get on the flight last second, Southwest, middle seat, just sit back and take a breath. Meanwhile, I have bumblebee pajama bottoms on with a very cute top that went with my very cute pencil skirt and heels. The guy next to me goes, rough day. I said, oh, you don't even know. The most fascinating part of it all is I get off the plane and I get to my husband, and he doesn't even notice that I have on bee pajama bottoms and not my skirt that I left in. And I said, do you even notice anything any different? And he goes, yeah, why? What are you wearing? I was like, oh, pajama bottoms. You don't want to know about my day. And it was that I will never forget. I will never, ever, ever forget it. Fun, fun, fun. When did I realize I was stronger, wiser, or more capable than I gave myself credit for? Honestly, and I don't want to sound conceited, but I think because of the way I was raised, I just never felt less than, ever. I can't really say that. I felt less than when I was in a very abusive marriage, and every time that he would hit me or yell at me, I felt less than. I felt like I should have, could have, and should have done something differently, that it was truly my fault. So there, yes, I'm mistaken. There were times where I really felt less than, but I I don't know. I just believe that you can have anything that you want in your life if you're willing to work for it. I think that's the big gap is the work part. A lot of people aren't willing to really work for it. And I've always worked. I mean, my first job was at McDonald's and I worked. I've always worked. And I'm really thankful and proud of that because that work ethic has really brought me what I believe success, some points of success. That too, like success for me as a kid wasn't money, it was having a family and being together. So I have always had, I believe, a good solid sense of success and not it being money. Money will come and money is good for the good that it can do. So I success to me was never a money. Like I've made a lot of money, I've lost a lot of money, I've spent a lot of money, I've gained a lot of money. Money's great for what you can do with it, but having a loving, caring, nurturing family and friends and colleagues that to me is wealth beyond measure and major success. So success and wealth being somewhat synonymous to me is wealth and deep, deep relationships. It's all about relationships for me. What does fabulous mean now that I really lived through the messy? I mean, messy is messy forever. I mean, there's never going to be no messy. So I was telling my husband yesterday, we were driving on the road, I'm like, it's I finally feel older. I know that sounds crazy. Like I don't feel old. Like I don't feel like I'm an old lady, but I'm watching the youth step into leadership roles, both in my employment, in this church, in our lives. Like I'm watching kids step up. So I just it's always going to be messy. And to me, because of the cup overflowing, it's always going to be fabulous. Like I have to laugh when things are really not great. I just try to put a smile on my face and say, this too shall pass. I mean, I think true happiness comes from really loving yourself and loving God. And then I can have abundant love for others. So that to me is fabulous. That's the part to me that's just so cool.